name is Notepad, and on an IRI Games for fun. So today, well, tonight I should say, because Notepad made another boo-boo. Because Notepad keeps making boo-boos in this weather, where he says, "I'm going to lay down for 5 seconds," and 5 seconds it becomes a couple. Yeah, I have a problem, and that problem is that I'm a bear. You must realize. When I get sleepy, when it gets cold, I get sleepy, and then I hibernate, and then I wake up like 2 hours later, like, gah. And that's not a good thing. We're late on 5 seconds. Pretty much, yeah. Little bit odd. Thursday stream. Yeah, I don't usually do Thursday streams, but we are going to be working on more Bridge Commander. I'm going to be brutally honest with everyone here. I'm not giving myself the best life here. I'm not giving myself the best odds because we've got effectively 3 days to do this. And we got a lot to do still. So we're gonna double down, we're gonna see what we can do, we're gonna lock the fuck in and do what we do best. So I have Twitter open up in another tab. Why? Because we are waiting for a response on the for TC Tarded Matrix. We have Saturday starts at noon, going for a Notepad Must Die. Yes, actually. See, fun fact, we might literally have 2 streams on Saturday because life hates me. And what do you mean, Notepad, we're having 2 streams? Because one, the guy that I said, like, yeah, I might go over your game, they sent me a quick start, effectively, being like, can you please go over this? It's for our Kickstarter and all these things. I'm like, all right, I can do that. And then they contacted me again today, being like, oh, hey, just touching base. Gonna make a video on this. I'm like, no, probably not make a video, but I'll do the stream on Saturday. So we might do a stream on Saturday in which what'll most likely happen is we'll talk about the game. I will have probably an hour hard break. Then we'll restart on Bridge Commander. Is that healthy? Is that good? Is that productive? Absolutely not. None of the above. Terrible idea. However, this is what we do best. We are, as they say in the hood, gaming. So, what's the plan? What's been done since last time? So, if we look up here a little bit, we wrote military assets. What are military assets at the end of the day? These are things, these are military guys. These are artillery platoons, bomber squadrons, drone teams, engineers, things like that. The entire concept behind a lot of these, you can kind of see here, like militia battalions, like drone team. Militia, like anything that's a infantry element, it does not actually do damage. It is purely stagger damage. You know, these guys do not do any damage. They are going to die immediately upon being hit. However, the catch is these guys are mostly about picking people up, getting people to safety, doing your job that way. The tank company, VTOL, and the artillery platoon, all of these guys are trying to do something else. So, artillery platoon, they move really slow. They're not actually that strong, relatively speaking, but they've got a range of 3, deal 3d6 stagger damage, and are able to pelt the Apostle from a long distance away. We are able to delay the Apostle for a time. The problem is, if the Apostle gets close to us, it's going to make an attack and decimate it, which is bad. We don't want to get decimated, because that is a bad thing for us. And we do not want to be completely fucking nay-nayed, as one might. Because our elements here, all our military assets, are actually very fragile, relatively speaking. These are very fragile. I might make some changes to the integrity. That's pretty much just the basic idea behind it. I did add the concept of rank. So, effectively, how many successful operations there are. You start as recruits, you go to trained, regular, seasoned, veterans. Couple ways I could rewrite this. I'm just writing things down. Kind of did this. Talk about they only really have 3 actions, but 2 actions per round, which is attack, interact, or most of the time they are not going to be needing to do much. What is an engineer team really doing? It's hauling ass to where it needs to go. What is the infantry battalion really doing? It is hauling ass and holding down. That's kind of the goal for a lot of these guys, is that they're moving around trying to do more damage or trying to help out where they can. So what we're working on right now here is the phase system. The phase system is how combat's supposed to be, because we finally hammered it out. Spartan, you will be very proud of me. However, we changed something, as you can see. Here's the Fortisi-tarded matrix of pain. If you want to know, the Fortisi-tarded matrix has grown a little bit. We're funny chicanery might have occurred, but if we go down here, this is currently what I have for the combat situation. Looks a little confusing, but let me explain. So, top of the round, top of the round, you will have the active staff phase. What is this? Staff members are being active. You can do things. You are active. You are actively doing things. You are trying to be, proactive and positioned to where you need to be. Cool. You can spend as many actions as you want during this phase. Do whatever you want. Then we enter then we do what we're going to kind of call the active pilot phase. The concept here, where things get a little bit gooey, I'm going to put this down here just as an example. So the pilot phase is a little bit weird. The pilot phase / apostle phase. One of the main concepts is that the pilots act later than the apostle if we don't know something, if we don't know its pattern. That's kind of one of the big things. If we don't know what the apostle is doing, we don't know its pattern, it is going to go before us. So this is, pilot no versus pilot block. And what I was thinking about doing is that we could tie it to this a little bit, learning more and more about the apostle, which it would be their, kind of weird to say, but like it would be their initiative almost. You would spend points, you would spend notes, you would spend things to figure out what is the apostle doing. We know what the apostle is doing. We know how to react to this. Great. Awesome. We now are in the know. Our pilots are acting before the apostle. Worst case scenario, we don't know. The apostle acts first, then our pilots go. Then we have the staff to react phase. Staff members can use all their remaining actions, trying to do whatever they can. Mostly because the premise, the idea anyway, is if you are in this phase, if this scenario occurs, awesome. You are using it, you're being proactive to help the pilot deal more damage to the apostle. If this occurs, if this is occurring, pilots are at a severe disadvantage. They are being attacked by something they don't understand. We don't understand. So we are all everyone's flailing around, and suddenly staff members have to react to the problem. We're winning. We're winning. We're not winning. Reaction is bad. We want to be proactive, but sometimes you don't know anything, which is knowledge is half the game. Now, there's a couple ways of doing this. When it comes to the initiative system here, either we can do a YN variable, which is just a yes/no variable. Do I have it? Do I know the thing? Do I know the thing? Yes. Yes. Yes or no. Pilots will only ever be in the no or blind category. There's no in between. There is the fucked up initiative. There's the fucked up initiative. Fucked up initiative order, which is pilots are in the know after X amount of information. But, Shinji is going to be in the know faster than Asuka is. So you don't need to actually figure everything out about an angel to uncover all its initiative. Only need to do 2 because Shinji's going to be active at 2. You only need 1 because Rei is going to be active at 1. You need all 3 for Asuka to not be blind. That's kind of the situation. Alternatively, there is also the it's effectively like an action penalty almost. This is kind of a weird way, is pilots or staff, burn X for pilots to be in the know. These are the current 3 ways of doing it. I think all of them have a good argument for them. I think that's the confusing thing. Hi, how are you doing today? It's all right. The deal still see the Gamma World Edition breakdown from Ziganthrop. It has been revealed Gamma World and Metaphoria Alpha. You reviews them alongside what makes characters gave another thing of another reviewer. You ever seen mechanics work with Beth Krowski? I don't know what you're talking about. Fucked up one, seems the most fitting. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's pretty much like an ease of use thing as well. The yes/no variable is the easiest. The fucked up initiative order kind of puts more pressure on different aspects. Not a bad thing, really. The 3rd Yick ending has been found. Why? Oh, cool. How'd you get the 3rd Yick ending? Yay. Action penalty. Fucked up. Unless we... New game plus. I'm not doing I'm not continuing Yick. You cannot force me to continue Yick. The yes/no variable is easy enough to understand. The fucked up initiative order. See, that's getting me to think, do we have an initiative or do we just have this? Unless it's... Actually, you know what we could actually add in more information. So let me So, Apostle. So, we could effectively have dummy, you know, like we have our core information: attack, defense, goal, health, etc. But then you almost have like dummy information, you know, just. But this acts as our initiative value. Is how much just dummy information do we? Hey, what the fuck is Ramiel made of? It's made of this. We've spent points, we spent notes discovering that information to improve our pilot. So it's effectively we're giving lore on a learning more about the apostle, getting lore about the apostle actually gives the pilots a noticeable advantage, with the idea that we can probably feed them initiative earlier on. No, I forgot to ask, for the Fortissimo system, if you do get pure point build with DP, how many points would someone start at? What pet I forgot? Pure point. Oh no, I'll have to do the math on that. It's like I do not know. Your point build. I don't know. I would need to I would need to look into that. Oh god, I saw the bounds. I was like, oh no. But yeah, so effectively we tie the dummy information to the initiative value. So we're learning more about the pilot. We're learning more about the apostle. And as we learn more about the apostle, we get to be in the know more rather than going blind. You can spend all that information on just trying to get the valuable information, or you can say, no, we are trying to get some more just base information so we can be a little bit more active, but you're kind of flying blind in a way still. No, that works. So, we want to do staff phase. The... Let's see. Rather than take a number of actions. Each staff member has a total of two plus red. Each staff member has a total of 2 plus retinue. During a staff phase. Oh, there are two staff phases. Two staff phases round. First staff. The first phase. Of, well, the active staff. Actually, I should proactive. It's called the active staff. The first phase of the round is called the active staff phase. Active staff phase. Staff member. That's 4. The last phase of a round is the reactive. Staff. Reactive staff phase with any staff member using their remaining actions. Let's see, with any staff member using their remaining actions. Or stem the chaos. So this staff phase, the active, so the staff phase. effectively, you get a total of used during a round R2 let's see, the first round of the active staff phase. Okay, easy enough to understand. So we want staff. Then we go into the pilot and apostle stage. Phase stage. Phase begins after the active staff. The active staff phase. The pilot. Let's see how I want to work. So we want to do. Once actually, I should say, once the pilot's in the when pilots and apostles begin the battle, information king. Information is king. Each pilot has a each pilot's reaction Pilot's reaction is checked against the number of data points that the let's see. Each pilot's reaction is checked against the number of data points that staff members have uncovered. If the pilot's reaction is higher, I don't want to do. How do I want to do this? Effectively, pilots have X. We need to get. We need to build Y. So if X is lower than Y, apostle. If Y is lower, if X is greater than Y, then the pilot. We need to have pilot's reaction checked against the number of data points staff members covered. If the pilot's reaction is higher, a terrible way. But I'm going to... Oh no, the apostle is... The active staff phase begins. If any of the pilot, awareness. The answer is 780. Oh, nice. Another thing I was asking if his rules work better than they sound on paper. Do you know of any? Sometimes. I mean, it's hard to say because the thing is, anytime you start playing a game, things are gonna change in ways. Because like, I don't even play Pathfinder 2e correctly. And when you get something like individual like that, like fuck, I completely just blanked on. I got flashback. Effectively, the second you come into contact with a mechanic, you're gonna start changing things. You do that with Pathfinder 2e. Because fuck playing Pathfinder 2e the way you're supposed to, because it sucks. There, I said it. And I'll say it again. Pathfinder 2e sucks. The pilot of the apostle guess I can just chart. I guess I could make another chart, man. Okay, Phase system, we understand. Start of the zones. We have the zone. We have what pilots are doing during the pilot phase. We think is military assets are and what they are doing during the staff phase. So if we want to station the onward follow. Okay. Well, we do all of that. A bit weird. We have the phase system. We understand how that works. We understand what battlefields are. We understand what the pilots are doing and what military assets can do. We probably move military assets. I feel like I don't think this is laid out perfectly, but okay, so we're gonna do RD. So this is where things start getting interesting. Probably called. So, oh god. Nah. Pinging me. Who's pinging me? Why are you pinging me? Oops. Huh. Weird. Okay. Iscariot. Let's see. So, using machinery and technology from across the world, the Iscariot is a living fighting machine. I remember. Like, Avas are really fucking huge. Like, compared to... I believe Avas are full. Yeah, okay. No, they are not 10 meter. 70 meter. Sorry, I'm thinking of a fucking mobile suit. See, that's always the funny thing, being like... Yeah, because I know they're fucking... They're not mobile suits. Mobile suits are 40 meters. That's what I was... Okay, so... Scary living fighting machine. Starting let's see. With an onboard mental linking pilots, each of the pilots, an onboard AI and mental linking. Each of the pilots of the Iscariot are specifically trained and selected to merge mind and body. Yeah, Iscariot. Let's see. To best specifically trained and selected to merge mind and body with the AI to best control the Iscariot. Let's see. Over the past decade, three Iscariot. Let's see. Over the decade, 3 Iscariot have been built by Aeon. That remaining. Let's see, over the decade, 3 Iscariots have been built by Aeon branches. Using goals, yet remaining modular enough to adapt over time. Over the time. Pilot. Their time with the pilot. The fur. Designing. Let's see. Designing the Iscariot. Designing. Let's see. Designing the Iscariot is the responsibility of the staff member, allowing them to. Manage the design of the initial Iscariots, knowing that each of them. They're an investment for the. Yeah, don't get your fucking Iscariot. And it's like, what I want to do. I haven't written the lore, by the way. That might be something we just have to fucking sit down and write. Kind of like, here's the fake lore, here's the real lore. One of those things, like, this is all fucking bullshit. Anyone who knows Ava's like, yeah, right. Like, this isn't right. This is silly. And then it's like, yeah, no, that's silly. They're a horrifying homunculus of Judas. Designing his response. Let's see. Designing the Iscariots. For the future. So, at the end of the day, we want to. So Iscariots have Mm. 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 Let's see, they are effectively a mini pilot. So, at the end of the day, what do the pilots have? Pilots have melee, shooting, dodge, block. Remember, and technically, I guess we could do awareness. Hello. I was talking about drug 14-year-old. Hatred for Xena is the only thing that makes move forward as the player. Get in there, kiddo. Yeah, you could. The ultimate joke would be throwing this for a bunch of Ava fans. Like, being really hardcore Ava, like, alright, we're ready. And then giving them fucking, like, super robo tier characters. Like, yeah, let's pilot the robot! Yeah! And everyone's just really excited, and it's a happy-go-lucky adventure the entire time. Mind you, you'd still play an NGE game behind the scenes, but it would be funny. No one has psychological issues. They're too excited. Fucking Michael Bay's Evangelion. Okay, so... We can ask a really arbitrary question. Should an Iscariot grant awareness? Or should that just be the pilot? I guess the question is, what's more important when you're trying to get a read on something? How good the pilot is, or how good the mech is? So I guess, no, we wouldn't put awareness. It would just be on the pilot to determine what they're aware. You can get not a bad idea, actually. Okay, so that's effectively all we need. Okay, so we're going to vroom, vroom. I said vroom. Each Iscariot. Each Iscariot. Each Iscariot is built with the hands of thousands, but let's see. But they will always have their own unique quirks and identifying feature. One is the build of the Iscariot. Each Iscariot is assigned 15 points. Let's see, each Iscariot is assigned 15 points. Actually, no. Iscariot is assigned 15. Wait, you can give us giant robots superpowers? Fuck yeah! Effectively. So, effectively, Iscariots have build points. This is effectively what what the baseline stats are. Every single Iscariot begins like this, roughly. With 25, you can have a +5, or you can go up to like a 20. But you're lacking in a lot of other things. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, that works. The build, the Iscariot build. Let's see. Iscariots are naturally clunky, requiring the agile. Let's see, the agile movement only appearing when linked to a pilot. Each Iscariot is assigned 25 build points to 4 combat attributes. Let's see, each Iscariot is assigned 25 build points is distributed among the 4 combat attributes. 4 combat attributes. Iscariots are let's see. Let's see. Are allowed to distribute points as they see fit, but there are 3 samples. Here, 1, 2, 4. Now, you may be wondering, Notepad, why are you selecting old tables doing this? It's because they're already set up in a way that I don't need to constantly start to remajiggering. So, these are our 4 combat attributes. This is actually block, dodge, melee, shoot. 5. What if we go down 12, 10, and we there we go. Block, dodge, melee, shoot. Why are you sending me these? Good cavarashing. Preserves the formatting. Yep. See, and the thing is, I like this font. Here's the thing with Morecho. I like Morecho. Morecho does not like me. You want to know why it doesn't like me? This is its default. It is such a slightly annoying, like, built, like, how the way this is written, how the font's spaced. Ever so slightly annoying. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to select this, and you can adjust it in here. And 8.5 has worked pretty well for me. The annoying thing is that tables do not save, only saves this information, does not save this information. Doesn't see this as the same. So anytime you make a table, when you've adjusted that, you have to go in, you gotta double check it, you gotta fix it. Once it's done and fixed, then you can use the table. So that's why I've been copying everything over. I didn't realize that was that. Ugh, make it 10 instead of 10.5. Like, the weird thing about this, here's the thing. This is 10. 10 like didn't look good to me. It was actually hard to read, so I kept it at 10.5 because it's a weird font. It's a weird size. It's this entire. I like maybe that's why this game has been relatively difficult. They've been too similar. Too similar. Font's not. I'm not balling with this font as they. We want to do. Want to do this fucked up. Ooh. So, if all of you start with 5, all of you start with -5. So, Unit A is our generalist. It's got good melee, and it's got 0 everywhere else. It has spent 25 points. Unit B, it has spent 10, 20, 25. It's not very good in melee. Unit C, actually we can do it. It's decent in melee. It can't shoot for shit. Very dodge. Very. Then Unit C has dumped 20 points into here and nothing else. So, yeah, so we have Unit A, B, C, and D. Well, we have Unit A, B, and C. Effectively saying these are kind of the 3 major types you could do, which is 0s across the board with the 5. Maybe you leave 1 or let go throw everything into 1. There's things you can do here. That's what I want to have. That would be 0. Actually, wait a second. That'd be effectively if you have 5. That would be 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 5, 5, 5, 10, 5, 10. All right. So, yeah, so we sample those through flow. Oh, okay. Understand what the basics of Iscariot built. So we want to do. Organomechanica. Research in Gehenna. Research in Gehenna. Focused around. What's the term there? Let's see. Research in Gehenna was focused on naturalistic technology development and science. Mimicking Creating ideal machinery. Let's see. Creating ideal machinery and functional tools. Gehenna. Gehenna. Pioneered the term. Pioneered the term organomechana. Mechanica. Get a pioneer the term mechanica. In the see, gonna pioneer the term organomechanica. Mechanica. Yeah, mechanica. I hate that's a word. That sounds horrible and pretentious. And that's what I want to have happen here. I want them to feel like Gehenna is extremely pretentious. They kind of are, because I've got the idea for what I want Gehenna to be, like in the real lore. In the fake lore, Gehenna keeps getting mentioned, but you don't know what they are. That's kind of the point. What the fuck is Gehenna? In the background lore, kind of in like this is the real shit going down. It's the idea of, oh hey, Gehenna's the guys who actually were trying to do all this shit before, but now that it kind of was handed to them on a silver platter, they're your Seelies. One of them. But it's going to be kind of the idea with a lot of it is, here's all these story elements. Roll on this chart if you don't know what you want to do here. Oh, was Gehenna actually actually good people doing their best and were, corrupted by an outright influence? Were they Celian, just fucking evil? Shit like that. But my thing with them was that they were going to be alchemists. Yep. Celia was a bunch of alchemists trying to find the, Celian setting was a bunch of alchemists trying to find the secret. Pioneer, so Organomechanica is their way of saying, like, Lamau, look at us. Again, creating the ideal machinery and functional tools getting in the 30s. For instance, let's see. In less pretentious terms, no, we can't do that. Unless white paper wording. Unless white paper wording, Gehenna's research machinery. Let's see. Unless white paper wording, Gehenna's researchers create machinery and tools mimicking organs on the human body. This leads to this leads to some of the more components of the Iscariot design. Let's see. This leads to some of the more organic components of the Iscariot design, and let's see. The chief of wind. First, the of LCL liquid cooled Lazarium, called cool. Presence full through LCL acts as the blood of the Iscariot. LCL acts as the blood of the Iscariot, acting as a coolant, and mental. As long as the only the commander and former only the commander and former Gender researchers can test that. Because it's LCL. It's in real lore, LCL is effectively just what they call the blood of Judas that they keep synthesizing. That's all that it is. You know, the blood of an ancient creature from beyond the colors of time. Pilot, it doesn't work, however, only the commander of the former Gender station. Allows the organomechanica allow the of the Iscariot the function and keep the pilot able. Removing LCL with other removing LCL did removing LCL leads to severe pilot injury as well as Iscariot failures. Kindlement. Mental harmonizer as long as the pilot is breathing it. Let's see. Look at shock absorbers for the entry plug. Does it work properly? Only one more hand reason. When designing an Iscariot, when designing the Iscariot, let's see. When designing an Iscariot, the staff member. Roll or choose? Unless we choose one, roll one. That's fun. Staff members will choose one. When designing into the Iscariot, staff members choose one part from the organic and mechanical components chart. And then roll on designing this, then roll on one of the chart. Mm. Mm. Essentially. Well, okay, so we want to do. Ooh. So we don't want it like this. We want to keep this. Keep it smaller. We want to make it. Just would trying to think this through. So. No. We need, right. We need to make you real small. Going to. First things first. Center the. Here, what? 6. You. You. Okay. So. We need to go one row above. We merge these two together. Bump you up by. Then we. You. Mechanic. Here and then Mechanica. This is a really fucking weird, awful table, but if we did 2 merge. Okay. All right. So this would be part. Okay. Art description. Bring you down by 1. Expand 2 though. 2. Larger. Okay. So choose from one that a third part is rolled for, or choose one from either table, then roll for. So it would be. Uh-oh. Oh. I do what I think. Table. Yep. Yeah, okay, that. But oh geez. We're gonna do that. Want to do that. We want center. Okay. Well, welcome to tables and why you should never touch any button on the table menu ever, because you will break something. When designing choose staff members will choose what? Will choose two parts. One from the organic one from the organic and the other from Mechanica. One from the organic and table. Then both the will roll. Let's see. Then the staff member will roll for the third part. To the third part to be organic, organic or Mechnica. I misspelled it, and we're just sticking with it. Mechanica. So when designing it, it's going to choose parts, one from the organic and another from the Mechanica table. Then the staff members will roll for a third part. There we go. We'll spell it out a little bit more. Not for being like pedantic, but it's just like, yeah, just making it understand. Staff members will roll for a third part. So if we want to do so 6 through 10, 1 through 5. So it's like you roll on this and then you roll for the. Okay. So first things first, or we're just gonna write part ideas now. We're just gonna write them down. We want our basic part to be actually plus awareness, +3 dodge. We need a couple ideas. Okay, you know what? Let's not. Okay, so we know that we can. Well, I don't know what I want to write, but we'll do +3 to -1. Let's see. We're just doing a +3 to combat stats, -1 awareness, and there's probably some other things that we could throw in. But if 2 parts are the same, re-roll. Let's. No. Not gonna put anything. Probably gonna base some. So Organo-Mechanica. Then we would move on to the. Okay. We do the standardized armory. This is where we're going to put all the weapons. Oh, I don't think we need that many weapons, but We're gonna write in some mechanica. I'm gonna keep saying mechana, mechanica, but it's now mechanica for me, and my brain is going to be permanently. This is what happens. Horus is posting Ranger again. Why does this keep happening? Standardized armory, standardized armory. 2030s, 2030, 20 World War III, World War III. Arms race in the 2030s, 40s. 2030s and 2040s did lead to subsequent arms race. Did lead to rapid developments. World War III and the subsequent arms race in 30s and 40s. 2030s and actually 40s did lead to a rapid industrial in the rapid development in the military industrial complex. How do I want to word this? Subsequent arms race after the United Nations, authorized Aeon, many of the actually, after the United Nations authorized Aeon, many of the former developing the standardized armor. The SA is the bedrock of Iscariot weapon effort. Let's see. It is the bedrock of Aeon's weapons technology. Let's see. The SA is the bedrock of developing the standardized on the SA. Armory. SARM is the bedrock of Aeon's weapon technology. All small arm. Let's see. All small arms, heavy machinery. Manufactured by SARM. Let's see. The standardized arm SARM is the bedrock of Aeon's weapons technology. All small arms, heavy machinery, mechanized support, and other military marvels are manufactured by SARM. By the SARM, I should say. By the SARM. Are manufactured. However, lividly. SARM has standardized. Let's see. SARM has standardized, however, living up to its name. Standardized all weapons technology. Into a homogen heap. No, standardize almost all weapon technology into a homogeneous. A SARM. Yeah, SARM is a. SARM is reliable. It is reliable and easy to manufacture. Easy to manufacture. However, the it's kind of the idea of like, hey, yeah, things are very standardized. There is always going to be SARM gear. However, the standardized armory is effectively saying, here's the most basic shit, and then we can go to research and development, develop further out there. So we're going to now put in can do weapon technology. Come on. Yeah. So, Iscariot weaponry. Iscariot weaponry has many different makes and different models based on which company manufacture it. However, under the SARM, under the armory, most everything is interchangeable. Changeable. Each weapon, each weapon will have a main damage. We'll have damage. We'll have a type. We'll have a weapon type. Let's see. Each weapon will have a weapon type indicated. So we need. So this is the weapon name. So we want to do just name, and then we do weapon type. Okay. A little bit of flavor. Yeah, let's make. Each weapon will have a weapon. Will have a weapon type. So. Let's see. Each of the weapons here. Each of the weapons listed here are part of the SARM, and really purchased with UN funds or manufactured at can be freely purchased at these weapons here are part of the SARM and can be freely a little bit of a I realize it's also kind of cheeky writing that. Let's even be. Let's see. Each weapon has a different entry. Weapon has a different. What the weapon is? Let's see. Let's see, for weapon type and proficiency. For class for purchasing orders and proficiency. So, we've got the weapon type. We need kill damage? No, that doesn't sound right. If we have stagger damage, if stagger damage is not lethal, what would you call lethal damage? Kill damage doesn't, like, kill damage is one thing, but like, is that the right way of wording this? Oof. Stagger damage, lethal damage. Lethal? No, lethal sounds weird because no shit, whatever damage you're doing is lethal. Full damage, mortal damage. One. Like that's kind of the thing is like yeah, you get hit by this thing, like, oh, I only get staggered. Yeah, you get shot by a fucking tank. You're dead. Like, yeah, sorry, you take 8 billion damage. You die horribly. Oh, God. Forcing mortality. I like that. Mortal damage. The weapon, mortal and stagger damage. Let's see, the proficiency, mortal and stagger damage reflect the amount of damage the apostle will take. How much damage reflect how much damage the apostle will take upon being hit with this. So we've got weapon type, name, weapon type would do mortal damage, mortal DMG, and then we would have staggered. Mortal stagger, and then we do not a description. We would need also take up being hit. Let's see, proficiency, mortal stagger damage. We how to bust a it would be hands. No, we don't really need to worry about something like hands, because like the thing is, it's even just said like, hey, if you want to use your prog knife, you have to switch your weapon. That's all you're doing, really. You're switching your weapon, or if you want to be smart about it, you toss your weapon and then you go into the prog knife. Remember, it's faster to switch to your sidearm than reloading. I guess it would be tags. No, it would be you've got weapon type, mortal damage, stagger damage, hand. I guess it would be. Then it would be hands and tags. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, I guess. This would be completely forgot. This would be tags, weapon type, mortal, dagger. Actually, tags. Thinking was Yeah, that should work. Then we would do insert row above, hit new, merge cell. We would start, let's start with melee weapons. Let's see, mortal, fuck. Zones awaken the let's see, ranges how many zones away can they be? Finally, there are tags which here. Column to the right, we want range. So it would be okay. What we're going to do, we're going to select all of you. What we're going to grab you. We're going to set you all to 1. One's nice and normal now. You are 1.2. Oh, keep it at 1. Going to 1. Can we make you lower? No, you're staying at 1. Name mortal. We can set you to 0.85. Let's set both of you 0.85. And we set all 3 of you to 0.85. And then you need to go to 7. So if we want a really basic one, progressive, like we just want the progressive knife. Blade, it does. That's a melee weapon. Standardized damage. Actually, mortal is. Okay, so successes. So if you rolled, let's say you have 6 successes, the prog knife would do 6 damage. But if we go over the stagger, it would do successes minus 5, which would be, hey, you did 1 stagger damage. Not really anything. But then we can also have the idea. So that's easy enough to understand, but also feels weird. No. I'm overthinking it. Let's see. So 1 hand blade. We've got, then we would have the, tell me more about Evangelion weapons. Yeah, the Sonic Glaive. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Sonic. Blade. So we mash hop. Let's see. That would be. So I guess it would be. Tell me more. Jesus. Like, I've seen the fucking axe before. Yeah, it's this technique. I guess it's just an axe, so the Smash Hawk would just be a two-hand blade. It would be a two-hand blade. But they do equal amounts of mortal and staggered. That's the advantage of Smash Hawk. Then it would be. Go away, I guess we could do like the I mean, that would be two-hand blade. I guess we would do successes. You're heavy. You have 0. That's the two-handed hammer. What am I doing? It's a juggernaut, like it's a Sonic Glaive because it's a glaive. Smash Hawk would be is because it's a fucking axe. Juggernaut because it's a giant hammer. I guess they would just call it. It does successes -2. It does successes -3 damage, but does stagger damage range 0. Okay. Do that. That's our basic melee weapons, and then we have our ranged weapons, which let's see, the pallet rifle. Actually, I guess we could do so the pallet gun rifle mortal does 2d6 plus successes damage. It does no stagger damage. It does no stagger damage though, and it has a range of 2. Tags, it is heavy. No weapon type. Actually. Handgun. Handgun. I guess that's what we're doing. Actually, I guess we can do. What would be? Okay, let's think. But you 7.5 5. Damn it, God, that's small. Stagger it down. Heavy. That would be bazooka. Yeah, I guess it would be bazooka. Bazooka. Explosive. Bazooka, you get one shot. I guess we would be heavy with reload. Like, yeah, I gotta spend an entire action reloading the thing, but you don't really gotta worry about it for anyone else. Okay. I think this is literally all the weapons we need. That's the worst part about this. I think this is legitimately all of the weapons. Because now... Pipe. 6.5. Let's just bring us up to 7 at this point. Accept it. Stagger, we bring you 7. Range is fine. And ooh. Progressive knives have a cost of 2. Sonic Glaives has a progressive cost of 5. Smash Hawk has Juggernaut is 4. Mace is Pallet Gun. Cost. Pallet Gun has it's 4 2 no 5 no 4 2 5 5 5. We're going fucking bankrupt. Oh god, why do you need more guns? Okay, that should work. Cost is actually, you are only one Sonic Glaive is going. I'm gonna reduce the cost by 1. Because I want people to buy these, but I'm gonna keep the range weapons higher. I think all 5. So that's a 5 would be, that's a good chunk of your budget possible to buy one of these. That's something you gotta kind of store away. So the idea, what I want to do here, this is the idea, is you're buying these, you're buying these weapons for cost, but you want to send them up. Mortal would be 1d6 attacks. That should work. Notepad. If melee damage is the only way to do long-lasting physical damage, then why not just put the very effective knife or staff to make it a spear and give it the shield? You mad about a million years when the arrow was invented. That's what the Sonic Glaive literally is. Like, the Sonic Glaive is literally a progressive knife on the edge of a stick and hope for the best. Like, we've got the standardized armor. Mm. No. So what we're going to do now is, actually I don't call this. Okay. Structure and arm. Iscariot. Iscariots. Iscariots are valuable pieces of technology and worth more than an entire nation. When the these are, let's see. But these behemoths are fighting a seemingly impossible foe. These behemoths are fighting a seemingly impossible foe, forcing them. Well, one that took the entire world to bring down. The entire world to bring down. Iscariots will. They get injured. But Iscariots will take damage. While it may get injured. All that the Wait for the armor to hold. Structure is the health. Is the physical. Actually, no. Is the durability? No, fuck. What would you call something that's like, this is your functional, like, body? This is your frame, your ability to do things. Under health, all that. Meat points. Ability. Actually, no. Structure represent. Structure represents the durability and adaptability of the. Structure represents the durability and frame of Iscariot. Let's see, when the Iscariot takes damage. Let's see, when structure is reduced to 0. And that puts them at -6. So we're gonna do a little bit of archiving, everybody. Fuck, why do I do this to myself? I want to check how much in Bridge Simulator. Bridge Simulator. I want to check how much health their Ava. Hello, Dave. Okay, so this is, we have 1, 2. He's got 10. Okay, he's got 10. Out to you. So we can give them, yeah. So do we want to give him 10 or do we want? Damage is a lot low. I think we should give him 12. See how that goes. Then we'll play. The complete meltdown occurs, and the Iscariot lost armor. Acts as a stopgap. Yahoo! Welcome to me being just locked in. Okay, fuck. Armor. This is a very convoluted way of doing armor, but it's effectively a pop shield method. I'm scared they're going to take too much damage right away, so I want to put in the concept of a pop shield to give them a little bit more leeway. For those who don't know, pop shields are if you take X amount of damage. Let's say I take 100 damage and I have a 50-point shield. Some games you would take 50 damage to the shield, 50 damage to your health. Other games employ pop shields, which is to say you take that 50 damage shield, it pops, all the damage is lost. You can see pop shields in a couple different games and a couple different mediums, but that's kind of the idea. It's not even necessarily like a shield either. It could be a lot of different things. You pretty much, it's, do you take excess damage? The idea here would be like, I have like light thickness plates, and so these are worth 5 damage each. However, I have 3 of them, so technically I can absorb 5 damage 3 times, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's pop shield. However, I might have a heavy thickness plate worth 15, but I only have 1 of them, so I would only have 1 15-point plate. Having more plates is going to be not as efficient. Okay. Some people also refer to this as shield gates or damage gates. Yeah, I never really knew a term for it, and I came up with the term for pop shield for the Yick video, actually, for Yick therapy, because that was the only way to really explain some of the mechanics there, and like I seen them before. I just never knew what to call them. Okay, so adding more let's see, but additional armor plates may be inserted. Let's see, built in with the armor's thickness, but additional armor plates may be inserted to. Number of armor plates has measures structure damage. The Iscariot is built with the armor's thickness, but additional armor inserted into the frame. I don't wait. Oh, get the add one. No, you're not. Effectively, I need some way to balance out extremely heavy armor. Like, that's one of the problems. Like, I need that to, like, to balance out the armor. But how do you balance out the armor? I don't need to take this. Would be weight. So what does weight do unless I just make it this penalty? Which the weird, awful, horrible thing that I realized is that to reduce the effectiveness of your awareness, you must increase your awareness, because that's making it harder for the staff to build up the number of data points needed to actually give you that. And I have no idea what to call it. Like, awareness is the only neutral term I could think of. I'm going to take a number of friends. Less we... actually. This excess weight correlates to an awareness modifier, increasing... Yeah. I do. You played. Well. So this would be armor size. This would be the armor thick. Thick. No, this would be thickness. Terrible. Five. We're keeping this very... We're gonna keep this very easy, and don't want... This is already a very, very weird premise, so... This would be... I don't know how to word this better, so this would be 0 plus 1. 0 would be 0 plus 1. No. That seems too... That's awareness, but that would... No, we don't have... Okay, that should be not unless not a great idea. Mm. Mm. Here. 3. What? Plate awareness. Fire. Okay. This is the amount of thickness it has. So average plate. Average, you have one plate and you have pretty much 2 HP that you have 10 HP that you go up with. You take 10 damage, you reduce your plate, you take 10 damage, you go down. So I guess actually as you take damage, you'd end up reducing your plates naturally. Yeah. Alright, that's not a bad idea. You just end up losing all your plates naturally. But being like, I'm just gonna go dead last no matter what. Mm. Actually, unless I do. Pretty much saying, hey, I have no armor. If you have no armor, then you technically have no plates. That means you're doing everything. However, you don't have any armor. So you just act faster than everyone else. You just take structure damage right away. Increasing the difficulty of the pilot act and pilot active phase instead of the pilot line phase. Pilot, not structure. We now need. I guess it would actually. Yeah, Aeon scientists. Engineer, Aeon scientist said. Hours developing new. Let's see. Aeon scientists and engineering have spent countless hours developing new weapons and equipment for the for the Iscariot. However, these teams are disparate. These teams are disparate and require proper funding to deliver results. During research and development. Developments are the march of technology, unlocking new equipment, weapons, and tools for the pilots to use, and Aeon to manufacture. Each of these developments, each development has a research cost. Each development has a research cost. Forcing funds to be diverted to the to the development team. With forcing funds to be diverted to the development team. To unlock more gear. However, for development as a research. Let's see. Each time development team reaches a funding goal, they increase the unlocking the ability to of the unlocking So Aeon will receive the prototype select. Equipment to receive for free. Okay, so yeah, that's easy enough. So it's kind of like the idea of like, we have all these development teams. I want to give you money. I want to give you money. I want to give you money. Why are we paying our own staff? Because you're not really paying for your own staff. It's diverting funds to, it's going to the science department. We got to go to these guys to get the equipment they need, to get this, to get that. That's kind of the idea. Is like, yeah, these are just development teams. You are paying to create something. But that's also something that you need to pay for. Do we divvy funds up to the science teams so they can expand their science, or do we give it to some of the development teams? Head scientist says give it to the development teams. Other people are saying give it to science, because they need more people. It's a fucking shit show. Everyone's getting mad at one another now. People are we have a limited budget. What do we do with our limited budget? Do we spend it on research, or do we spend it on anything else? This is an RTS. Yes. Unlocking new equipment. Like one piece of equipment. Effectively, that last line is, let's say you unlock 3 new weapons. You can select one weapon to get for free. Hey, we just have this one now. Well, we might want to buy a second one. We have to buy everything else, but it's like we get something. Now, what we're going to do a little bit of 1D. Let's go to 1D6 chat. We want to find add Ava. Hello, add Ava. Delegated responsibilities. Through line. Hello, Adeptus Evangelion. Like an angel who has forsaken symphony, rise up, young boy, and make yourself a legend. Now, in case you're wondering, I don't want to open up my, what I need to do is I need to go into my hard drive and then open up, that's how I have to get it. So I'm like, let's just put this somewhere else fast, which I do need to transfer files over. So, operations, ooh. There was, this is 2.5 research. There we go. 7. We don't need that. 227. So what I'm literally unironically going to do is affect all of this. Paste it in here. Not even going to lie, I'm just going to paste it in here. Because this is what we effectively need to write. Is these would be the different teams. I'm going to make them different. But these would be the different teams, because each of these different teams are going to have different weapons, and going to have different gear, and going to have different things. Those were my... unfortunately, I know I'm going to have to actually reference a bunch of other things. Let's see, each developmental research transforms going to be different. So development. I'm going to do... What else are we... That's it. No, standardized development. Well, you would put the developments in here. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it here because I'm going to be sitting here and just writing shit inanely. It's not going to be fun, and it's going to be a lot of me hemming and hawing. So I think me being silent and working on it might be for the best. Thank you all for coming. My name is Notepad Anon. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you all today because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And hopefully we get more shit done. All right. I am away.